You're listening to Joyful Wedding Planning, your spot for de-stressing and relaxing while you plan your wedding. You might be thinking, is that even possible? Well, heck yeah, it is. I'm your host, Emily DeClue, founder of The Joy Factor, Weddings and Events, and I'm here to help you plan the wedding of your dreams joyfully. Whether you're a DIYer or a delegator, this podcast will help you find the joy factor as you plan your wedding. Is it possible to throw together your wedding in a couple of weeks? Well, maybe, if you have an unlimited budget, but if you don't, probably not. Hi, I'm Emily DeClue. I'm the founder of Joy Factor Weddings and Events here in Toronto, Ontario, and I work with DIY couples to make their wedding days absolutely perfect and stunning and smooth and wonderful. I make lots of different videos and content about bringing the joy factor back into your wedding planning so that you can just have a wonderful day. So make sure you're following along if that's what you're interested in. So if you're planning on getting married in the summer or fall of 2026, you might want to start getting all of the different elements together, especially if you're going to be DIYing a lot of the different elements. As an event planner, I know how much of a runway I'm going to need in order to plan different types of events, and it really depends on the vision for your wedding. Realistically, I think DIY couples think that they have a lot more time than they actually do to get these different things done, especially if both of you are working full-time, which I know we all are. For example, if you're planning on catering your own wedding, I did it, my sister did it, you're gonna wanna have your menu planned out at least 2 months out, and then you need to make sure you have a list of all of the ingredients so that you can make sure you go to the grocery store to get all of the dry goods first for like 2 weeks out, and then a week in advance you can get all of your refrigerated or frozen stuff, and then make sure you have a plan to get the food from your house to the venue, and yeah, it's a lot of things. There are a number of steps, especially if you don't have a car. I didn't have a car at the time, and I was walking back and forth to No Frills like every couple of days, like slugging giant bags of flour. It was silly. I should have rented a car for a day. I don't know what I was doing. So in order to make sure that you are ahead of schedule, I have created a handy dandy template for you. You can download it when you sign up for my email list. All of the different elements that might be included on your own timeline. In event planner speak, we call it a critical path, but you could call it a wedding timeline template. And you can get that at joyfactorweddings.com/wedding-timeline-template. A mouthful. I will link that below so that you don't have to figure out how to type that. Okay, how do you even start making a timeline for planning everything for your wedding? I always begin with the event date. That seems really straightforward, but like at the bottom of my list, I have November 11th, get married, for example. And then before that, I know my mom's flying in the Tuesday before. Mom flies in. Other key dates, get your special occasion permit for your liquor license for your venue. Get your wedding insurance, like all of the different key elements that you know you're gonna have to have. Start with those dates because they will precipitate the rest of the planning that you're gonna be doing. Once you have all of your key dates in, you can start doing other smaller things like with the catering example that I gave earlier. Your key date might be plan menu, and then a sub date might be create grocery list for all of the catering ingredients that I'm gonna need, and so on and so forth. The more elements that you plan, the more you're gonna add to this timeline. So like, it's not a one and done thing. You're gonna continuously add to things. Maybe at some point you're like, you know what? I really wanna do like a cool dance with my bridal party. So you're gonna plug in final date that we know the dance. And then before that, rehearsal dates leading up to it, like every Wednesday or something. And before that, like 6 weeks out, hire a choreographer to make sure that we all know how to do this dance. And then the dates the choreographer is gonna come in. So you can see how like when you work backwards, all of these different pieces come together. In the template that I have created for you, there are some specific things like get your marriage license application, that sort of stuff. Okay, the next thing you wanna do when you're planning your wedding is rally the troops. Who's going to be doing the different things on your wedding day? Like maybe somebody's gonna be making your cake for you. Maybe somebody's gonna do the photography for you. Once you figure out who these key people are who are going to like volunteer to do stuff for you, then you can start filling in the gaps with your vendors. Now I want you to keep in mind, the The people, your friends and family that are going to be helping you on your wedding day, really do a gut check if these people are going to do what they say they're going to do, because everybody's totally different. Everybody has completely different relationships with everything. And it's okay to say, like, at a certain point, like there's a cutoff date, like, okay, it's August 12th. I know that if the favors aren't all tied up together by August 15th, then we're really gonna have a problem. So I need Cassandra to do that for me. If you've asked one of your friends to plan something special for you or make sure that something specific is gonna happen and you're noticing nothing's happening, it's okay at a certain point to say like, hey, I understand you might be feeling really overwhelmed. You've got a lot of stuff going on at work, family, friend, whatever, all of those things. I am more than happy to bring in another pal to help with this because I need to make sure that it's done by X date. Can you let me know by a date before that if this is gonna be okay for you to do? Will we be able to meet it? Again, do your gut check and just, have your other friend in your back pocket just in case you need it. This is your day. Okay, this is your day, and you need to make sure that you're getting what you need from the people who are offering to help you. Everybody has different capacity levels, and those capacity levels are always changing. So make sure that your expectations are that you're gonna do everything that you possibly can do, they're doing everything they possibly can do, and sometimes they are not able to complete the task, and that's okay. It doesn't change your friendship or anything. It just means that you need to find help in a different place. That's all. Okay, now that you have like the big key dates done and you've got all of your troops, your family and friends doing the things, then you just have to start filling in the little details. And believe me when I say the little details will reveal themselves over time. So every week you might have something new to add into your timeline, and maybe every day and maybe every hour and every minute, and then sometimes there will be absolutely nothing to add in and you're just kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs looking at your timeline like, well, is anything actually happening or am I just like hoping for the best here? I don't know. Just trust the process and keep everything written down. And eventually you're gonna get to a couple weeks before your wedding, and that's when you're gonna wanna check out my other video on my whole checklist of like the things that I take my DIY couples through when I'm doing the day of coordination for their wedding. That's really gonna get like nitty-gritty detailed of like absolutely everything that needs to be organized for the day. Don't worry about that until like 3 weeks out, because if you do, you're just gonna tear your hair out and be like, why is everything changing all the time? Because it will change. That's just the nature of events. It's just the nature of weddings. People are able to make it, they're not able to make it. They show up, they're like, what the heck? Where did you come from? It all changes very rapidly, and it's okay. The point is to just remember that all of this is a flow. It's a process flow. Trust the process, trust the flow. It'll feel a lot more easeful, a lot more joyful. Okay, that's it for me today. If you found this useful, I would be so grateful if you left a comment or send me an email, emily@joyfactorweddings.com. I'd love to know what was helpful for you. I'd love to hear also, are there topics that you'd like me to cover that I haven't covered yet? Make sure that you are subscribed on YouTube so that you can get more DIY wedding tips. And you can also find me on all your favorite podcast apps and on social media. I will drop all of those links below too. I'll be back soon with another DIY wedding planning video, and until then, keep it joyful. Thanks for listening to Joyful Wedding Planning. I hope you got something out of this episode, and hey, if you did, leave me a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. It helps me to find more listeners just like you so that we can take all the stress out of wedding planning and go from panic to joy-filled moments. Need help to plan your wedding? Book a call with me at joyfactorweddings.com. I can't wait to help you plan the wedding of your dreams. This podcast was produced by The Ultimate Creative. Learn more about producing your own podcast at theultimatecreative.com.